My mother and dad would go to parties on Fridays, and I was sitting there watching the old people dance. Oh, no, my mother and dad and that. And then a carload of boys came. I noticed him right away. And he sat across from me, quite a ways across. But we just stared at each other.
I was 15 and she was 12, which didn't make a whole lot of difference, because at that age, why, you're just infatuated. And that's what I was. I looked at that brown-eyed girl over there and said, I've got to get to know her.
And then at the end, he came over and wanted to know if he could walk me halfway home, because he had to ride home with the guys. And so I said, well, only if we walk in front of my mother and dad.
So we held hands and walked in front of Mom and Dad, and I hurried back to catch my ride home. And then the next week, same thing, only that time I walked her all the way home, and I missed my ride home. And so I walked 8 miles back to the farm.
So that's how it started. Then every Friday night, that was the way it went.
My dad said, do you think that girl loves you as much as you love her? Because we lived 8 miles apart, and I would walk all the way that 8 miles to see her once a week. And so that was a 16-mile hike for me, so I never had to worry about getting overweight. But then one day I got sick, and I was really sick for several days, when my mother opened the stairway door and said, Jim, you've got company. And I couldn't begin to guess who was coming to see me. And in she walks. Well, that was Dad's answer. She loved me as much as I loved her. She walked out there all alone, 8 miles, to see that boy.
I think we were very much in love, don't you?
I thought to keep track of the amount of times that I tell her that I love her, or she tells me she loves me in one day. It's that way every day.
It's automatic. It's in the heart.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want her to forget it, let's face it. It's a God thing is what it really is, because without even us holding hands or speaking love to each other, people just seem to look at us and say, you folks must be in love.
We do kiss a lot and hug a lot, hold hands even, right now.
I do it all over again.
You got time? We can get remarried if you want.